Okay. Hi guys, it's Katie here again from Creativa, and today I am making page 6 of my December daily. So I'm using a set of SVG files to make my December daily. It's 16 pages in total. The SVG files I use with my Cricut, or you can use it with any electronic cutting machine that you can use SVG files with, and these are the files that I'm using for day 6 of this. It's not really day 6, it's page 6. I haven't dated my pages. I thought I'd do that at the end. So the red pieces here are pieces that I've cut out of cardstock, and they're the sort of base pieces for each of the pages, and then the green pieces on top are my mats for that page. So for the red pieces, I'm actually cutting it out of white cardstock, and I'm using this cardstock here. It's 65 pound or 176 GSM letter sized white cardstock, and which means that I can also run this through my printer and print directly onto that cardstock if I want to. For my mats, I have been printing those onto 100 GSM copy paper, which is just a tiny bit heavier than normal weight copy paper. And for the scrapbook paper I'm using this one here, which you can pick up also in my Etsy store. You can get the whole set of SVG files for the whole month of December from my Etsy store as well. Of course, you don't have to use this. You can use any set of Christmas paper that you have. I just couldn't really get any this Christmas because of the shipping problems that we're experiencing. So I decided that I would make one myself. So this is what I'm using. Okay, so let me show you what I have cut out today for this page. This page is a tag page with a pocket on it, and then this sort of novelty page, which is, it has this shaker snow globe on here. So you can't really put any photos or journaling on this page, so it's really just a novelty page, which is why I've also included this sort of floating tag with a pocket on it, so that you can put some photos and tags and things in that little pocket. So shall we start with that? Let's do that. So here is my tag. So this is the red piece underneath that I've cut out. The thing to remember is that these lines here are that score lines. So in Cricut Design Space, I've had to change them to score lines and then attach them to that red piece so that it doesn't cut my tabs off. And so wherever there's those lines, I need to do that. And I will try and do a video about how to set up this whole project in Cricut Design Space. And so just check out this playlist, and there will probably be a video on how to do that. Okay, so this is my little tag bit. This is the binding piece. We're going to do the binding at the end. So for right now, we just have this little piece here. So that's that guy cut out, and then I have got the mat for that, and I should have cut 2 out, 1 for each side. Let's see if I did. I've got red snowflake, and I have got, yes, a red Christmas tree. So those are the mats for this one here. I've also got some mats for down the side here, so they're on there. So that would be a red Christmas tree mat and a red snowflake. Where have you gone, red snowflake? There you are. Okay, so I think I will have, what will I have on the front? I might have the Christmas trees on the front. So I just need to attach this mat, which is already the right size for my piece. So I just need to go around the edges here. I really love designing this set of SVG files, and it's actually something a bit different from what I've done before, so I'll be really interested to see what you guys think. Okay, so I'm just going to line this up, pop it down. It's not very lined up, Katie. That looks about right. That one Christmas trees. I've got glue on my finger. I'll move that over a bit. And then I'm going to put a little mat on here. Now you don't need to use these mats particularly. You could use a bit of washi if you had some that worked. I don't, once again, because the shops are bare. So I'm using the mats that come with the SVG files. That one's just going to go down there on the side. So with this binding, it's going to be a loose leaf arrangement. So we could either put it in a scrapbook album, or we could use album rings to hold it all together. And then I'm thinking about trying some other kind of binding if I'm feeling brave. I haven't tried it out before. I don't like trying things out for the first time on camera, because I figure that you don't want to see me mess up particularly. It doesn't help you at all, really. So I usually like to try and do it myself first. But I haven't, so well, it remains to be seen whether I'm brave enough to do that or not. Alright, so I'm just going to fly around here and pop this on here. Line that one up. About like that. Right, so there's our little tag pocket page, and of course I can pop something in the hole at the top, you know, a nice bit of ribbon or something. But I won't do that now. I'll leave that till the embellishing bit at the end. Okay, so then I've got these little pockets that will go on here. I've got one for each side, so we can put photos on one side and journaling in the other, or mix it up, whatever. So that's going to go down there like that. And I was wondering whether I should put a notch in it. Do I want to put a notch in my pocket? Why not? I have this little notch punch, which I quite like, and so then I'm going to just fold this in half so that I can just find the little halfway mark easily. I'm just going to put a pencil mark there because it doesn't always stick out enough for me to see it on the punch. So I'm just going to line that up like that, where I think it's about centered. And then stick it in my little punch, line that up, and stick it down. And then there's just a tiny little bit of pencil there, I'll just rub that off, and then I will glue this straight down. Whoop. I bought some art glitter glue online, but I'm still waiting for it to come because of course shipping, la da la da la da. It's on its way. It's taking about 2 weeks to come from the eastern states at the moment, which is a bit ridiculous. But there's nothing I can do about it. Just have to get on. Okay, so there's my pocket, and then I'm just going to put some glue on the back of these two tabs, there and there, and then fold that bottom one up. And then put some glue on all three of these tabs. And pop this on the bottom of my tag, my floating tag, about there. Give it a press. And that's one side, and then I need to just do exactly the same thing with this pocket, with this other pocket on the other side. I'm thinking I might leave that till the end because you probably don't need to see me do it again. And the snow globe was going to take us a while, so that's one part of my page. So let's just pop that to the side, and let's kick on to the snow globe because I feel like that might take us a little bit of time. Right, so there's all my pieces cut out for my snow globe page. Let's have a quick look at those. Move all this stuff out of the way. Okay, so first of all, I've cut out the base page out of white cardstock. So that's this one here. Again, so it's got this hole in the middle and it has got that folded binding section here. Okay, and then I have cut out 2 of the mats to go with it. So the important thing to remember when you're cutting the mat out is that when you're cutting the mat out for the other side, that you need to flip the page over in Design Space or whatever it is that you're using so that the mat fits around this corner, these corners as well. So that's worth mentioning. So I've cut the same mat for each side and we can probably just glue those on right now. So let's just get ahead and do that. Of course, you don't need to cut a mat at all. You could just put it straight on there, or you could print straight onto the cardstock. You could print the scrapbook paper. If you're using digital scrapbook paper, you could print it straight onto the cardstock and then you would eliminate matting it all together. I do think the matting finishes it off nicely though, and it also makes the page a little bit stronger, so I tend to mat. So this guy is going to go on here. So let's line that up. It is going to fit perfectly around that circle with the hole in the bottom. So that should help you with lining it up. Look at that. Lovely. Just give that a little press. And then I've got the skinny strip to go down the side. I'll put some glue on that. I probably could have used slightly thicker paper for my matting, but I didn't, and I think we'll be fine. Oop. I'm going to pop that down this little bit here. Line that up. Should be the same height as the mat itself. Okay. And then I can put the mat on the other side as well. So let's go ahead and do that. I'll just move this out of the way and put some glue around here. So the way I've decided to do this is so that you can see the snow globe, that it looks exactly the same on both sides of the page. I just thought that would be kind of nifty. You could do it differently if you wanted to. So it's slightly repetitive because I'm doing the same thing on both sides. Oh, except for I don't think I've done the text, the Winter Wonderland text on this back side. Looks pretty good. And then make sure it's stuck down around there, and then a little strip down the side. And then we can get to the snow globe. Christmas is such a fun time to do all these fun sorts of things that you might not normally do, you know, using lots of glitter, cardstock and glitter, making shakers and things like that. I don't tend to do them a lot, but I feel like Christmas is the perfect opportunity to do that. I'm just going to put a bit more glue under here because I missed that corner. And then I probably put too much under there, so I'll just use my wipe. Okay, so that's our base page all set up and ready for our snow dome. So I've got this little selection of things here that I've already cut out, and I've just kept them all together in here so I didn't lose them. Okay, so what we've got here is writing. I did do enough for both sides. Well, that's pretty cool. So I've got Winter Wonderland. I've cut out the winter that's here in a red glitter cardstock, and then the offset behind it I've cut out of black cardstock. I just thought it would make it jump off the page a little bit more, so I've got those, and I've also done it for the back side as well, so there's that. Okay, for the snow globe I've got 5 of these black rings. So this black ring around here, I've actually cut 5 of those. I think we're going to use all 5. We'll soon find out, won't we? So I've got 5 of those. Then this brownie coloured bit under here is actually the transparency piece. So I've cut out 2 of those, 1 for each side. So there's my 2 transparencies, and that's this sort of buff coloured piece there. So we've got 2 of those. I've got 2 of the Christmas trees. So I've just cut this out of some paper that I had. It sort of looks a little bit tree-like, I thought, so I've cut out 2 of those. This red section on the bottom here, the bottom of the snow globe, I've cut out 2 of those, and this is out of some kind of, it's almost like honeycomb look cardstock, and it's super thick. Cut those out. Then this blue section here, I've cut out 2 of those out of this white. It's sort of meant to look like, just trim that little bit off there. Meant to be snow, I guess. So I've cut 2 of those out. This little yellow strip here is this piece here. I've cut out 2 of those as well. Those 2 there. And then I've cut out 2 little stars. And I've cut those out of gold glitter cardstock. Can't pick that one up. There, like that. Alright, so let's put some bits together. We can start with the base, I believe. It's actually been a minute since I've done this, so I think what we need to do is pop that on there like that. And then I'm just checking that I don't mess up. I think this one goes over the top. Or does that one go on the top of that? No, I think we'll put that one on top. Okay, so I'm going to attach on each one of these this little brown piece to my little red section there. So I have already done this. I just I haven't done it for a couple of weeks, so I'm going to try and remember. So this should just sit on top of here at the top, like so. I'm going to pop that down there like that. And do the same with this one. I'm going to pop that one on here like this. Like that. Okay, and now our Christmas trees, we are actually going to stick them together. So we may as well just go ahead and do that. I've cut 2 just to make it a little bit stronger, but also if it was just one-sided paper, if it didn't have the pattern on both sides, then I would definitely want to put 2 pieces together. So I'm just going to put some glue on there and stick that one to that one. Make sure it's lined up. Alright, and I'm going to just give that a little press. And then we can put our star on top. So I'm going to put a little bit of glue on my star. And I'm going to pop it on top of my tree. So probably just the bottom of the star is just sitting on the tree like so. Like that. And then I'm going to do the same with the other side. And hopefully line them up. We'll see, hey? I'm going to try and line them up. Did okay. No, I'll just give them a, oh no, see, it looked good from that side but not from this side. That'll do. It'll do. Okay. Then, now, I've got this little stash of, so a little while ago in one of the other pages we made these ornaments, and the circles cut out of my cardstock, I actually kept them because I thought these tiny little guys would make excellent little ornaments on my tree. So I'm just going to quickly stick all of those onto the back of my tree. You don't have to do this, but you know, I already had these perfect little round shapes that seemed about the right size for my tree, so I kept them. And so I'm just going to quickly go ahead and stick those on, and then I'll be right back. Right, so I'm back, and I've put my little Christmas tree baubles on my Christmas tree, and so that one's all ready to go. Now, we need to think about how to do this. So what I'm going to do is on my page, on the back side of my page, I'm going to glue down one of these black pieces here straight away, and one of these. So I'm going to pop this one on here like so and glue it down. So let's just do that. This side's going to be a little bit flatter than the front. So I'm going to pop this one down here. Should just sit on there like so. And then I'm going to pop this one down on there too. So I'm just going to run around the edge here with some glue. Like that. And then we're going to put this one on top of that one. So this one's going to line up on there. It's going to stick to my fingers. Should line up on there. I think it's just fallen through a little bit. And push it up a touch. Got glue on the table. Okay, so it's not quite making it. I need to push it up a touch more. Okay, now we can see that from the other side, but that's okay because we're going to cover it up on the other side. Right, so make sure that's attached. It's not very well attached, just there. Let's see if I can get a little bit of glue under there. There we go. Right, so I'm going to flip this over and we'll try and get the glue off my table. And you can see that it's only just attached. Sort of poking through a little bit. It's okay. Right, so then on this side we are going to start by putting down one of these little guys here, one of the transparencies right on top there. So we can run a little bit of glue along there. Could probably run it along this bit of black cardstock here. that's poking through. Shouldn't be poking through that much. I haven't lined it up very well. You'll do a better job because you'll be able to spend a bit more time on it. I'm trying to be a little bit more quick. Probably not very successfully. Okay, so then I'm going to pop this one on here. Wipe up the glue where I can. Okay, let's put that to the side to dry, and then we're going to attach the transparency to one of these, the other transparency. So put some glue around this one. Around here. And around there. Okay, then I'm going to attach this piece to this piece. Not too bad. Come over a little squiff here. Of course, now I've got glue all over it. I'm just going to make sure that it's stuck down. And try and get that glue off. So this is the bit that's going to sit at the front that we're going to see. Okay, so that's that one there. It's a front piece. I would like it to be fairly clean. Right, we'll just put that one to the side. Okay, and then on here, let's see, let's attach these together. So this one we're going to put on there. Here we go. So I didn't get this bit off, even though I tried to before. There you go. I'm going to sandwich at the bottom of my Christmas tree in between these two pieces, which represent snow. Okay, so let's put our Christmas tree on here. So I've just made a little spot there, and I'm just barely letting it stick out like that. Try and keep it straight. And then we're going to put some glue on here. And pop this one on top and sort of sandwich together our Christmas tree in the middle. Like so. So then it looks the same from both sides. Okay, now we are going to join together two of these. So let's do that. I'm sort of thinking it through as I'm doing it, so you'll have to bear with me. I have made it before, but I wanted to make a couple of changes to it, and now I'm sort of just thinking through those changes while I'm doing it. Okay, you might think of a better way to do it. I'm going to attach those two together. Make sure they're lined up. Squash them down. Okay, and then on this one I'm going to attach this Christmas tree. So we're just going to run a bit of glue around the bottom here. And here. And maybe, I don't know, we might need to go up a little bit higher. Okay, and then I'm going to attach my Christmas tree to the bottom of here. I didn't need to go up higher. Like so. Excellent. And then we're going to attach this one right around the edge of this one. So let's do that. And then we're going to pop this one on here. Like so. Stick it together, make sure it's lined up. And just give it a nice press, make sure it's sandwiched together nicely. Okay, so on the top here we've got just one of the little black rings, and on the back side we've got two. So I'm actually going to attach this to here. I'm going to flip it over so it's got one ring attaching onto here like that. Like so. I'll try anyway. It's going to be like that. Okay, and then I think I'm going to attach this one on here. Okay, alright, so let's do that. So I'm going to flip it back over and put some glue along here. Let's hope the camera's still going. I don't want to have to do this again. Right, flip that one back over and attach it to this ring that's already on there. Make sure it lines up. Flip it over and see how we went. Looks okay. Alright, and I'm going to give that a burnish. Like so. Okay, so that is ready for our little shaker elements. My Christmas tree's on the wonk. It's not straight. Look at that. It looks like it's... Do you think anyone will notice? Now I've seen it, I can't unsee it. You know what I mean? Oh well. It's up a little bit on this side. I don't know if there's anything I can do about it. Oh well. Okay, so I'm going to put some little shaker elements in there. Before I do that, I'm going to, because then I want to stick it all together at once, I'm going to attach this one here. So this has got the transparency on the back. I'm going to attach this one to the bottom of here. So we're going to put a little bit of glue on here so we can put it all together without messing up the shaker bit too much, hopefully. So I'm going to attach this one onto here. Like so. Managed to get glue oozing out. Not brilliant. Let's wipe that off. Okay. Make sure that's pretty firmly attached. Okay, and then on the back of here, I'm going to put some of my little poppy thingamydoobers because it is going to be sitting up a little bit. So we're going to just pop some of these around, all ready to go. That should do. Okay. I'm going to put that one to the side till we're ready for it, and then we're going to bring this lopsided Christmas tree back. Trying to work out if that stuff is on the outside or the inside. Okay, so now I'm going to put some things in my little shaker. Now it's not particularly thick, so I'm going to stick with some sequins. So I've got some gold sequins here, little ones. So I think I'm going to pop some of these in. I'm just going to shake some, oh, that many I'm having. That's how many I'm having. Okay then. Then I've got some of these large flat white ones, which I quite like too. I wonder how many of these I'm going to end up with. Ah, it's alright. The more shaky fun, the better. Can't open it. Come on. Alright, maybe a few less. I'll shake them into my hand first. How about that? Okay. That'll do. Got some stuck to my hand. And then I've got this little shaker set here, which is kind of fun. It's got some little stars on it. Stars in here, so I think I'll put some of those on. Shake some stars in there. You can put in whatever you like, of course. Is there anything else in here I might like? There's some gold stars. Should I put a few gold stars in? Or do you think I've OD'd on shaker elements? Probably. Oh, I don't know. I think a few gold stars. There we go. Hot mess of glitter. So I've got there's some other things here. There's some love hearts, but I don't think we're up for love hearts today. Okay, so there's my hot mess of glitter shaker elements. So now all we need to do is just stick this one to this one and we can call it done. So I'm going to run some glue around the edges here. And these stars, the tiny little ones, they're all stuck together. And then I've got some escapees. Like so, and then I'm going to pull this off here. And did I get them all? Oh no. I've got some stars stuck on my finger. Okay, so now I'm just going to line this up. Okay, there's some grotty bits on my thing, but I think it's on the front, so I can get it off afterwards. I'm going to line this up with this. Looks okay. There's a bit of glue there, but it'll dry clear, so we'll have to just live with that. And then I'm just going to push this one down like so. Just make sure that, I just really need to make sure that it's attached down here. And give it a bit of extra attention there. And then I really need that glue to dry so it doesn't look so nasty. I'm just making sure it's well stuck there. Let's have a look. I believe it's stuck. Alright, so there's our snow globe. So once that glue there dries, we'll be much better off. I don't want to shake it too much until that glue dries though, because otherwise all my shaky bits will stick to that. So then I've got my winter wonderland that I can put on each side. And as this is popped up, I might even pop up my winter wonderland as well. So you can just decide where you want that to go. So I'm just going to pop that on each side. So I'll just quickly do that. Okay, so I'm back, and I just thought I'd quickly show you that I have stuck on my little bit of writing here. It says Winter Wonderland, and on this side I've popped it up because this is the sort of main side that you'll see, and it's dried all the way around the edges now. So I have this cool little shaker Snowglobe page. It's obviously, as I said before, just a novelty page, but that's why we have this little tag that's going to go in our booklet as well, so that in our album as well, so we can put some things in here. So I still obviously need to do a bit of embellishing on here, which I will do at the end. But then on the back of this one, so it looks exactly the same, but it's flat, it's not popped up, and I think that's really fabulous. So I can put that with all of the other pages that I've done so far. So this is page 6. So I've got all my pages here. Page 1, page 2. These are not embellished. Page 3. I haven't done any inserts or anything like that. But, you know, we're sort of getting there. And that was the last one that we did. So this one's going to sit next to this one like this. And then our snow globe go at the back. So I'm really happy with how this is all coming together. I think it looks fantastically Christmassy and fun. So anyway, that's page 6. Thanks very much for joining me today. I hope you stick around, have a look at some of the other videos in making some of these pages in my December daily. There's a full playlist and a flip through. You might like to check them out for a bit of inspiration. Otherwise, I'll see you guys again next time. Thanks very much for watching. Bye for now. Bye.